这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的听力水平在生活中是完全够用的。要持续提升英文，记得点击订阅按钮。我们开始吧。
The sun was high, the air was dry, and the field looked bigger than it really was. Kids were running, dust rising under their feet, parents calling names from the side, and the sound of a bat cutting through the air came sharp and fast. Tom stood on first base, his hands a little tight, his eyes moving from the pitcher to the sky and back again, like he was trying to catch something no one else could see. He was not the star, not the one people watched, but he paid attention in a quiet way that most people missed. And that day, that quiet attention was about to save him. The ball came fast, then faster, then it was gone, high in the sky, a clean hit. Someone shouted, "Run," and Tom ran. His legs moved before his mind caught up, his feet hitting the ground hard, breath short, heart loud. He passed first base, pushed toward second, the world turning into noise and motion. But right before the base, just one step away, he drifted too wide, just a little off, just enough to miss it. "Touch base," the coach yelled, voice sharp like a crack in the air. That one shout cut through everything. Tom turned his foot at the last second, reached back, and hit the base. It was not pretty, not smooth, but it counted. And in baseball, that is all that matters. The game moved on. People cheered, another hit came, another run scored. But Tom stayed quiet inside. He kept thinking about that moment, that almost mistake, that one step that could have erased everything. You can run fast, you can try hard, you can even reach the end, but if you miss a base, the run is gone. That rule stayed with him longer than the game itself. Years passed, slow at first, then all at once. The field disappeared, replaced by streets, buildings, glass doors, and long days. Tom grew up, found a job, wore clean clothes, and learned how to speak in short, quick sentences that fit busy rooms. People around him moved fast, talked fast, decided fast. Everything felt like a race, but no one talked about where they were going. Phones rang all day. Messages came and went. Meetings started and ended with no space in between. And in that rush, something felt off, like running without seeing the bases. Like moving, but not really getting anywhere. One afternoon, in a room full of quiet tension, someone said, "Let's touch base next week." The words were simple. No one stopped. No one looked up. But Tom did. For a second, he was back on that field. Dust in the air. Feet hitting the ground. That sharp voice cutting through the noise. Touch base. He understood it in a way others did not. It was not just a work phrase. It was not just a polite way to delay a talk. It was a rule, a warning, and a reminder, all at once. Long before offices and meetings, the words lived in baseball. In that game, nothing counts unless you touch every base. Not almost. Not close enough. Not good effort. Every base, every time. Players learn this early. You can hit the ball far. You can run faster than anyone else. You can slide into home with the crowd on their feet. But if your foot missed even one base, the score disappears. It sounds small. Almost unfair. But that is the point. The game teaches you that small steps hold big weight. That success is not just speed or power, but attention. That what you skip can cost you everything. As time moved on, the phrase left the field. It slipped into daily life without asking for attention. People started using it in calls, in emails, in short talks between long hours. Let's touch base became a soft way to say, let's not lose track. Let's stay connected. Let's make sure we are still on the same path. The meaning changed, but the core stayed the same. Do not skip what matters. Do not assume things are fine without checking. Do not run so fast that you forget where you stand. Tom started to see it everywhere. In missed calls from family. In messages he forgot to answer. In friends he had not seen in years. In moments that passed without notice. Life was moving fast, just like that run. But now there were more bases. More chances to miss something small but important. And no coach shouting to remind him. So he made a change, small at first. He called his parents, not for a reason, just to talk. He sent a message to an old friend, simple and honest. He sat with his thoughts, checking in with himself, asking quiet questions. Each time, it felt like stepping back onto the base, steady, real. He noticed something then. The world did not slow down. Work stayed busy. Days stayed full. But he felt different inside it. Less lost, more aware, more present. Because touch base was never about stopping everything. It was about not losing everything. It was about small returns to what matters. Short moments that keep the bigger path true. Tiny steps that make the whole run count. Think about your own days. They move fast. Faster than you expect. You go from one thing to the next, one plan to another, one goal to the next. It feels like progress. But where are your bases? Who are your people? What are you running toward? And what are you missing along the way? You do not need a big moment to fix it. You do not need to stop everything. Just one step. One message. One check. Touch base. Not later. Not when things slow down. Not when it is more convenient. Now, while the run is still alive, while the game is still yours to play. Because in the end, it is not the speed that decides the score. It is not the distance. It is not even the final step. It is whether you touched every base that mattered.
能以非母语者的身份专注学习到现在，这本身就是很棒的进步。真诚感谢你的观看。如果你觉得本期内容实用，点赞或留言让我知道你的想法，这对我持续创作非常重要。我们下期见。